Hey guys, welcome back. Shrishi once again, and today we're focusing on compound words. So what are compound words? Well, compound words are where you need to find two words, one from each group, that together makes a new real word. And the word from the group on the left always comes first. Now that might sound tricky, but if you have great knowledge of words, then you should do well. And the more you read and the more you practice the exercise below, the easier it will be. So how exactly are these types of questions framed in the 11 plus verbal reasoning exam? Well, let's find out. So to get the answer to the question, we need to look for a word in the first group and a word from the second that needs to be merged together. And I want you to try different combinations by taking the first word of the group and add it to the first word of the second group. If the word does not make sense, continue with the first word from group 1 and add it to the second word of the second group, and so on. Remember to join the words visually or to note it down if you need to. They often sound very different, but once put together, they might make sense. So elimination is a useful tool. Dismiss the wrong answers until you find the real new word. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and dive into this example. So, which two words together can make a new compound word? Select the correct answer from the 4 choices available. So like I've stated, the first thing we do is we take hand and we match this with sun. Can we have hand sun? Not at all. If that doesn't work, we take the first word again and we now go to the second word in the second group. And we now have handsome. And that makes sense, doesn't it? So now we know that our answer is going to be the final one, which is handsome. And that is the steps I want you to take to answer these set of questions. So what do we see? The correct answer is handsome because hand and some together make the compound word handsome. I hope that was clear. Let's now not waste any more time and let's dive into this right away. Okay, so let's start with the first question here. We'll take home and we'll say home time. Again, that does make sense, but remember they are two separate words. We can then have home and tick, home tick, or home and talk. So if neither work out, let's cross it out and let's go for the second word in the first group. And that's there going to be hand time, hand tick, or hand talk. Okay, if that doesn't work either, let's go for the final word. And that's for lifetime, life tick, and life talk. Well, we found it already, which is lifetime, and that's your compound word. So really and truly, we didn't need to go for life tick and life talk. As soon as you find the word, you stop there. Marvelous. Let's go for question number 2 here. So again, let's do the same thing. We've got kick where, kick light, kick pass. Doesn't work at all. Let's go for moon. Moon where, moonlight, and moon pass. I'm going to go for moonlight. So the correct answer is moonlight because moon and light together make the compound word moonlight. And did you know in the past, people believed that moonlight made people crazy? So we got the idea of moon madness. And the word lunar, which means to do with the moon, is where we get the word lunatic. And that's a fun fact for you. Amazing. So moonlight. Okay, over to question 3. So again, we'll do the same thing. Lance moss, lance flies, lance mints. Doesn't work at all. We'll then go with dagger moss, dagger flies, and dagger mint, which also doesn't work. But then we'll go for spare moss, spare flies, and spare mint. Ooh, spare mint it is. And that's because spare and mint make that compound word. And that's my favorite chewing gum flavor. Amazing. Okay, question 4. So now we have they self, they day, they selves. That doesn't really make sense. Themself, them day, and themselves. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? Themselves. So don't get mixed up with your pronouns. Remember, there's no such thing as their selves. Even though we hear people use this, it's themselves. Okay, and let's go for question 5. Okay, let's go for by wall, by wind, and bypass. That's definitely a word. So to bypass something means to avoid it or go around it. Amazing. So make sure to note down any of these words if you haven't already got them as part of your vocabulary. They are super useful. Okay. With that being said, let's go to our final set of questions here now. Pause the video, attempt these questions, and then press play when you're ready. Okay, let's begin. Question number 6. So again, let's follow the same route. We've got dish bottle, dish board, and dish can, but neither work. We can then have spoon bottle, spoon board, and spoon can, which again doesn't work. And let's go for our final one, which is cup bottle, cupboard, and can. So I'm going to go with cupboard. Remember, the P becomes a silent here. And that is our answer. So this should give you an idea of where the word comes from. In the past, it was literally a board to hang your cups on. But later, doors were added. So we had the cupboard. Amazing. Let's go for number 7. So again, for number 7, we can have heap right, heap wine, and heap spread. That doesn't work. Let's go for wide right, wide wine, and widespread. Oh, marvelous. So again, widespread means covering a wide area. Don't worry if you haven't got the same answers as me. Remember, practice makes improvement. So keep up the great work. Alrighty, we're over to our final set of 3 questions here now. Let's go with ham slice, ham chop, and hamburger. I guess we all guessed this correctly. So we've got ham and burger. Now, it was tempting to also choose chicken and burger, but that would not be a compound word. It's tasty, but not compound. Okay, question number 9. So what do we have here? We have airport. That was a simple one, wasn't it? And airport is the answer. Okay, let's go over to our final question now, number 10. So again, let's go for feel round, feel under, and feel down. Neither work. Let's go for hand round, hand under, and hand down. That also doesn't work. So let's go for touch round, touch under, or touch down. Have you guessed it right? Touch down it is. And there we are. And that brings us to the end of our topic here. I hope it was super useful, and I hope you now have a clear introduction into compound words. Remember, in reality, there's no time to write out all of the words. So try to say the combinations in your heads, and this will certainly help solve the answers, which are compound words. If there is no apparent answer, then look to write some combinations, as you will find that the words change their pronunciation when added together. Just as we saw the example of cup and board, which gives us cupboard. Well, with that in mind, I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Take care and see you later.